tell you the story of the fearsome monster in Hare's house. It's a story told by the Maasai people of Tanzania and Kenya, which is in Africa. So, once Hare was walking close to where the cave where her home was hidden, she suddenly heard a strange noise. She said, Who's there? This is my home!" As she was one of the smallest animals. But much to her surprise, a terrible voice rumbled back. "I am a monster! A fearsome monster! A beast beyond compare! I eat lions for lunch and rhinos for supper! Come and get me if you dare!" Hare shivered and shook. How would she, the small Hare, ever get such a ferocious beast out of her home? But soon enough she saw Jackal coming down the trail. And she said, "Oh, Jackal, please, you're much bigger and stronger than I am. You should be able to get him out." Jackal said, bragging, "Ah, well, I guess I would." So he strode over to the mouth of the cave, and he said, "Who dares to bother my friend Hare?" And much to his surprise, too, a terrible voice rumbled back, louder than before. "I am a monster, a fearsome monster, a beast beyond compare. I eat lions for lunch and rhinos for supper. Come and get me if you dare." Jackal was so scared that when he was running away, he almost knocked Hare over. Hare was getting scared. How would she ever get him out? But soon enough, she saw Leopard coming down the trail. Leopard, so remember, Leopard is a very braggy man. And just to go a bit forward, you can sing along when I say the song of the monsters. So, Leopard strode over and he said, "What's wrong, Hare? You look very sad." And Hare said, "Well, it's that a terrible beast has taken over my home. You can surely get him out." Leopard said, "Well, it's true I'm one of the strongest animals." So he went over and said, "Who dares to bother Hare?" And much to his surprise, he got the scare of his life when that voice told him, "I am a monster, a fearsome monster, a beast beyond compare. I eat lions for lunch and rhinos for supper. Come and get me if you dare." What happened was that when Leopard was so scared, as an intention, he almost left his spots behind. So he ran away too. Hare was getting very scared now. She was very afraid of what would happen next. But an idea suddenly popped into her head. She thought, perhaps Lion, the king of the jungle, could get him out. So when she went over to Lion's den and she told him his story, Lion laughed. "Ha, ha, ha, if I were you, I would have got him out in one little second. You see, I'm going to teach this rude beast a lesson." So he went on bragging about himself for hours till he reached the cave. Hare was getting kind of tired and scared, but Lion suddenly strode up and said, "It is me, Lion, the king of the jungle. Who dares to bother Hare?" And the voice rumbled back. "I am a monster, a fearsome monster, a beast beyond compare. I eat lions for lunch and rhinos for supper. Come and get me if you dare." If you heard, the monster had said, "I eat lions for lunch." Lion was terrified. How would he ever get this beast out of his home? And if he did try, he would get eaten for lunch. So as a result, he ran away, leaving Hare with no other choice but to find a new home. Hare was packing sadly when her old friend Frog hopped by, and he said, "What's wrong, Hare? You look extremely sad." Hare cried and said, "Well, a terrible beast has taken over my home, and now all the big animals of the jungle tried to get him out, but to no avail." But then Frog croaked back, "Well, maybe I could get him out." Hare said, "Well, you're even smaller than I am. How could you get him out if I couldn't?" Now, Frog was very wise, and he said, "Well, there's no harm in trying." So he went over to the cave and said, "Who's there?" And a terrible terrible voice rumbled back. I am a monster, a fearsome monster, a beast beyond compare. I eat lions for lunch and rhinos for supper. Come and get me if you dare. Much to Hare's surprise, Lion didn't even move 1 inch. So Hare said, "Aren't you scared?" But Frog, he said. Well, during the speech, he was examining the tracks that led into the hole. They suddenly looked familiar. So he called out, "Mighty warrior, you have found your match. I, the great green leaper, eat monsters for breakfast." Much to Hare's surprise, a tiny little caterpillar crawled out of the cave and said, "Sorry, I hope I didn't cause too much trouble. The echo in the cave makes even my voice sound scary." Hare was astounded. How could that little caterpillar be what had caused the fear of lion, leopard, and jackal? And of course herself. Frog said, "Well, all good that finished well." And he hopped away. And the little caterpillar said, "All right, I hope I won't cause any more trouble." And he strode away too. And now Hare was very happy to have her house all to herself again.